Are you reasonably new to the gigging circuit?
Unsure what to charge some venues for a gig? Or are you unaware of some hidden band expenses?
Stick around as we're going to run through all that next. Are we hiring a PA system or buying our own?
How much money do we need to make to pay ourselves back for all the gear we've just bought?
How many gigs will it take to do that? It's an absolute minefield.
I'm sure you've asked all these questions and many more besides, but let us just simplify this for you.
Tip number 1. Try to ensure that you and all your bandmates have your own gear first. Hiring out equipment can be extremely expensive, and over a period of time you could have bought that gear anyway. The only thing that we would recommend hiring if you're going to go down this route is a PA system. That way every member in the band can contribute equally towards something that you all need to use to perform as a band.
Tip number 2. Another expense that you may not have considered is your own personal expenses. Things like guitar strings, cables, guitar picks, capos, the drummer, drumsticks, drum skins. The list is endless, but these are things that you need to consider and work out into the cost of your gigs.
Tip number 3. Fuel and vehicle expenses. Many of us want to go to bigger cities and play to bigger crowds, but remember that you've got to fuel up your car to get there. This over the course of a few months can not only cost a bomb, but can also put a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. So this is something else you've got to consider.
So if any of these tips have proven useful to you so far, then please do consider smashing the hell out of that like button. Tip number 4. Accommodation costs. Now it may take a while before you need to consider this, but when you are playing and travelling far enough away from home where you are required to have a nightly stopover, a new cost factor is introduced.
Tip number 5. Rehearsal space. This is a small cost but not one that should be overlooked. If you're an acoustic act, you might be able to get away with playing at each other's homes, but if you're a band, you really need to find your own place to play.
Okay, and moving on to our 6th and final tip, how to quote the right price for your gig. The points that we've just mentioned in this video are the main points that you need to consider when you are quoting the right price for your gig. Quick recap of band expenses, PA system,
Travel cost,
fuel costs,
personal expenses,
gear maintenance,
hotel and accommodation.
Once you've considered all these things, you know exactly what to charge for that gig.
For more tip videos, click here.
And to subscribe to the channel, click here.
I'm Rob.
I'm Phil.
We're Tickety Boo.
And we hope you are too.